Hi. This is the my cancer journey part two, I guess. Um, it's been at least a week or so, actually more than 2 weeks since my update. Today is November 22nd of 2023, and first time I received my news when it was November 7th of 23 that I have a cervical cancer. I'm 44-year-old woman, and I got diagnosed after the colposcopy biopsy sample was taken. I had my initial appointment with a local oncologist who told me that it is not um, visible, but she at the same time she put her in her notes and she told me verbally that it is about 1B um, stage, which when I looked it up, it's not cellular, it's past the cellular stage. It's more like it's in the tissue, but it hasn't spread. But at the same time, she did not know if it had or had not spread, so she ordered a PET scan with glucose, radioactive glucose, which goes into your cancer cells and apparently activates it. Since then, a week passed, and finally, I got an appointment. That's another story of bureaucracy of the medical world and people dropping you for absolutely no reason, which I'll go over that in a minute. But yes, I just yesterday, as a matter of fact, I had my PET scan. Today is 2:30 p.m. Next day of 11:22, and I have not heard from any of the offices, and I'm checking my charts. There's an online portal for patients. It does not show any results. I'm taking a guess they would have to come after doctor sees it or something like that. I'm not sure, but no results right now, so I don't really know. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I don't expect anybody to work. Maybe even next day would not hear anybody calling me, which is really frustrating because I would like clear answers before I even plan on holidays or something. But I guess nobody really cares. And let me go to that story that I promised to tell you. So apparently, after I saw my first oncologist. She told me that I need a PET scan, which I was like, okay, fine, let's get it done. So I'm waiting for a couple of days. There is no news from her office. They were supposed to submit for authorization for my insurance. They did not submit. So I called. My appointment was Tuesday, so I let pass a couple of days. Friday, I called them. I said, hey, I haven't heard from you guys. Are you submitting? Did you submit? Did you get results? Because I already talked to my insurance and they're like, yeah, your case is going to be clear. We have to receive it and approve it right away if they need to send it. Then Friday, I'm told somebody that's working on it still is going to work, and they just literally hang up on me. I was like, okay, fine, I'll let weekend go by. Monday, I'm calling to see what's going on, and I get this lady finally whose name is Edith. This is Dr. Rodriguez's office. The reason why I'm bringing up these names because it's really shameful how they are treating people. So she tells me that she was absent for a couple of days. Okay, well, you think you're absent and there's someone else replacing you, but no answer in there. And then she tells me, oh, by the way, you don't need an authorization because that PET scan needs to be done through a plan that you're already assigned to. I'm like, well, thanks. I've been waiting for over a week now, almost a week, one day less than a week. So you can tell me that I did not need anything. I just need to call and plan my, schedule my appointment. So I was frustrated, but I didn't let that, make me upset or anything. Just, it's one of those things. So I said, but did you send the referral to the scan place so they know what they're scanning me for? Because after all, they need the paperwork from the doctor. And they said, yes. She said, yes, I sent the referral about 30-40 minutes ago, so they should have it. I'm like, okay, fine. So she gave me the number. I called them, and they looked everywhere. There's no fax sent from their office. And the lady explained me that, asked me what office I'm talking to, who's my doctor, treating doctor, and I said Dr. Rodriguez, and she goes, and I'm like confused, what's happening? Anyways, long story short, she tells me that this office always sends people over, apparently, let them call them, and instead of sending appropriate paperwork like the faxes or whatever, they just decide to lie, straightforward lying. They didn't fax anything, they didn't fax any paperwork, any referrals, anything over to the scan. And the scan, obviously, they don't know they're not gonna call you if they don't have any information on you. So this other lady was very nice, Stephanie from Wrigley Center. She actually calls in person to talk to these people. 2 hours later, she gets the information. She promptly calls me and schedules me in for, this is Monday, I'm calling, for Tuesday to go do the scan. So, like within 5 minutes, she says, as long as I entered the information, it was approved and we're good to go. So now I'm frustrating. So I call her. I'm like confronting her. I said, why in the world you're telling people, you're lying people, and you're telling them that you submit the stuff? It was just a matter of 5 minutes taking a look at my insurance card, which was in the system, and saying like, you don't even need this authorization at all, waiting time. You just go straight in there. I'm just gonna send the referral and that's it. But instead you lied, and she's like, if you start telling me if you're being rude, I have a right to hang up on you. And she did. After I tell her that, I need to talk to your manager, and she's like, I have to send the information to my manager. So since then, I heard from a manager. I didn't actually expect them to call me like 6 o'clock at evening. That's why I did not answer my phone, but I'm gonna talk to her manager again, see what's going on. This is really nasty. This is like a cancer office should treat people with so much warm like feelings that, after all, you're dealing with this thing that's not even clear. What are you standing in front? What, like, as a patient, you're like confused. You don't know what's happening, and you don't know treatment plan. Yes, I know that I might end up with hysterectomy if I'm lucky. If I'm not lucky, then I have to go through the all the other alternatives, and that's even not clear if that would clean my system, because if it's gone to my lymph nodes and stuff like that, then it could spread easily to entire my body. So I'm really frustrated about this office, and I am guessing the doctor is aware of this type of behavior, because when I looked up online, there are multiple people complaining about not the doctor, but the doctor's office staff, how they're being treated rudely, how they're being misled. They have to wait for a long time. This is not the first time this is happening to this doctor's office. This is Cottage Hospital doctor, and I'm sure she's well aware of what her employees are doing, and she's basically, I'm under the impression that she's giving her okay. This is a big red flag for me. If I'm gonna go with her to have my hysterectomy, that means she is literally not giving me like good feeling from the get-go. So right now I'm probably gonna look for other options, other doctors like UCLA and stuff like that, and see what my options are. It's really confusing. It's really scary journey. I'm busy. I don't have time for this playing with dumb people. I want clear answer. I want to know where am I gonna go, and I have kids to take care of. I have family. I have a dream that I was gonna be a nurse, and God forbid if I end up working with them, I would just literally go crazy because the way how they're treating their patients, even the receptionist who has supposed to schedule an appointment, if you ask her one extra question, she can tell you like this, like today, just a fresh example. Her name is Veronica, and she's like, I asked her, I don't even remember what I asked her, and she's like, I don't have your file in front of my face now. I was like, being ridiculed for asking a question. It wasn't even like derogatory or something type, it was just a question like, who do I ask to schedule a follow-up, because my follow-up needs to be approved by this other, by my insurance, which is different from their plan. And she's like, I don't know, I don't have that information in front of my face. Like, what type of language is that? In front of your face? Can you say one less than one extra? How about we do that? Talk one less instead of one extra. Just say, I'm gonna check right now. Give me a minute or something like that. Like, very polite. Not like it's not in front of my face, and not just the saying, but the tone. You can hear that tone, like you're bothering me. Don't call me, like type. You're a receptionist, for fuck's sake. You're the one who has to take the calls and go deal with patients. It's not my job. Anyway, so frustrating, unbelievable. I wish I would never deal with this office, honestly. I wish they were different. And apparently she's the only one. I don't even understand why everybody sending it to this Dr. Rodriguez. I don't know. Because I called my insurance and they had 0 gynecologist, oncologist. I don't know. It just blows my brain. There's like a couple of hundred, I think it's close to 500,000 people living here. So we have one specialist. Can you imagine that? That's just crazy. Anyways, I'll update you guys if I have any information, but right now I'm looking into UCLA. I just called a few minutes ago to UCLA. They're gonna call me back with some information. So I think it's gonna be expensive, it's gonna be time consuming, and I hope it's gonna be a better office, because if it's something like this, then I don't even know what to do. I'm laughing, but it's actually very, very scary and very frustrating and very annoying. You name it. Anyways, talk to you soon.